Today's video is going to be about my compact container garden in my beautiful grow bags. I used these last season, and so for the 2025 growing season, I'm going to do the same thing. And hopefully it'll contribute beautifully to my homemaking as I cook nourishing foods for my family. I'm Rebekah with Learning Together by Grace, Homemaking God's Way. Let's go. I just want to show you guys what I did over the winter months. I planted these out in October, and I mean, they haven't grown like a whole lot, but this is 2 cabbage plants here, and I have some garlic that I planted in there, and 2 cabbages right there. There were 2 cabbages in here, but we had snow, and then we had an ice storm, and so these 2 did not survive, and there's aphids all over this one. And then we did have a broccoli plant that tried to survive. I mean, it survived because it started growing little broccolis, but just this one. But other than that, it's not good, you guys. And then garlic in here. I had 2 broccoli plants in here, and garlic. The garlic is doing fine. All right, so I'm taking you guys over here to my herbs. So my sage was pretty much the only plant that did survive. I did see like this little bitty shoot right there in my thyme, but it's so tiny. So I'm wondering if some of the seeds will develop from that. I had mint here that of course died. My rosemary died, and my beautiful oregano plant I had for 2 years died. And then I knew the basil was going to die because it did last year, but it usually does just seed and it'll grow new plants inside of the containers. And this was parsley. This actually just died maybe a couple of weeks ago, so I was surprised that it died. I think maybe it got too cold one day. These are some of the seedlings that I'm trying to harden off. The chives never grew out. I did have one little lavender that started growing, but it died. And then I have some cabbage here, and I don't know, I just feel like it's not doing the greatest. And I have some, what is this, spinach, and I probably should have just planted it out. And some Swiss chard. My romaine is doing fairly well, and this is another type of lettuce that's doing fairly well. And I need to water the peppers because they were actually doing better earlier. So yeah. So now I'm just going to get started with preparing the soil in my grow bags. These grow bags I used last season to grow some okra and some watermelon. I also had some marigolds as well as some onions in these grow bags last season. As you can see, I still have the tool hanging up on the fence. The tool was holding my watermelon up, and it was keeping the rodents out. As I've said before, we live directly in front of a farm, and the only thing that is separating us from that farm is our fence. So we have some not so nice friends that like to visit us, from rats to mice to snakes to bobcats. You name it. We even have deer. So I have to do what I can do to protect them. Oh, and let's not mention the birds. The birds, they really did a number on my peach tree last season. But I'm just working in the soil. I could have dumped it out into my wheelbarrow, but I told my husband I don't feel like lifting all of that. My back will appreciate me for doing it this way. So I just used my shovel and this another tool that my husband had to help me just kind of twist the soil around, and then a little rake fork that I had as well. And so after that, I did fertilize with some fish emulsion. It's a liquid fertilizer. I just wanted something quick to get into my soil to help amend it, and I researched, and this was something that was able to do that for me. So my husband here is just pruning our peach tree. You guys, we still have no clue what we're doing with this peach tree, and to be honest with you, a lot of it was dead from last season. I really don't know if it has anything to do with us or if it was something that happened with the previous owner. I really don't know. But as of now, we are just pruning off all of the dead pieces, whatever is not growing, because this tree really needs some help. It got really diseased last year with peach leaf curl, and we did treat it during the fall once all of the leaves fell off. And we're just hoping for the best. There are some peaches that are growing on there, but it just hasn't bloomed that much in different areas of the peach tree. But yeah, we were just trying to assess it, and my husband is going to get more tools so that he can try to trim off more of the branches. And I have to be honest with you guys, I almost cried because I'm like, no, my peach tree is going to be ruined. But nonetheless, we're doing what we can do. Now I'm just continuing on the process with working up that soil to try and get it loosened so that I can transplant all of those vegetables you saw earlier. So my cabbage is flowering and it never formed a head, and I don't know what to do with myself. I mean, it grew a whole lot of leaves and it almost snuffed this one out, and as you can see, there's aphids all on it, which is a little annoying. These two are forming a better head. No flowering though. Alright, so the clip that you just watched with the cabbage and my garlic, that was from, I think it was a few days later. I couldn't get to transplanting the day that this video originally started. So a few days later, I came back outside and I had to re-water the soil to get it activated again. And I had been watering it every day, but I'm just, getting it watered nicely so that my transplanting will be easier. But I still have the cabbage outside in my grow bags and they're still growing, and I still have some flowers that are popping up, so we're doing that, and I'm just allowing it to mature. Now I am also going to be planting out some radishes as well as some peas. I had some sugar snap peas that I'm going to plant out as well. But now I'm just transplanting the lettuces into my grow bags. I just want to share that I am still learning and growing. I did do some gardening when I was in California, and I have to be honest with you guys, it was a lot easier to garden in California. The area that I lived in, it was the region was dry because I lived in like the valley, and so we got a lot of sun, just 24/7 it felt like, but not really 24/7, but there was a lot of sun. It was a lot drier, and we didn't have pests as bad as we do here in Texas. So growing in California versus growing here has been it's been different. It's been very different, and I'm learning. I almost feel like I'm starting over from scratch. So this is my second year gardening in this particular house. We've only been here about a year and a half, and so this is my second season trying it out. And I've come to find, and I know that it's not recommended to grow your lettuce and then transplant it, but I have just been struggling to get lettuce to grow when I sow it directly into my grow bags. And right now we just don't have the ability to grow in the ground because of where the gardening area is. We just have not, there's a lot of issues that we need to fix over there before we can get started. And right now we just can't afford it. And that's just the reality. So I'm transplanting all of the lettuce, the romaines, the spinach. I think I have some cabbage and some turnips that I'm transplanting as well. And then I'm just going to disperse some radishes as well as some snow peas within the lettuce beds. And you guys, this is all about compact container gardening. And these grow bags for me have been a lifesaver because I've been able to grow in abundance. If you guys check out, I'll put the video, or actually I'll put the whole playlist of my gardening from last year in the description below so that you can see how it looked like in the process that I went through, and just the learning curves that I had, and just the fun that I had as well, and some not so fun things. But you know, we're trying at it again, because I am trying to get to the point to where I have to go to the grocery store less and less for my produce. Last year I didn't have to purchase any watermelon, I didn't have to purchase any okra, and I barely purchased tomatoes. I did have to start purchasing tomatoes towards the end of last year, the beginning of this year, you know, during the winter time, because I did want to have some fresh tomatoes. But I really am working towards growing the things that me and my family eat, and I've just been making a mental note of the things that we are constantly going through, like carrots and onions, garlic. I do cabbage, I have peppers, tomatoes, things of that nature are a constant in our diet. And so those are the things that I'm really trying to focus on with growing. And then also getting more fruit. So I have another peach tree and I have a pear tree. I haven't been able to transplant those, but they're actually growing nicely in the pots that they are currently in. But I do want to get to the place of being able to transplant them as well. There's just so many things that we have to do to this house, because it's a fixer-upper, and it's like you have to pick and choose your battles. And right now, planting something in the ground that would be permanent, like a fruit tree, is just not in the picture. But I'm doing the best that I can. My husband is doing the best that he can with trying to maintain what we already have and update as we go. But here I am about to plant these. I think it's basil, parsley, and thyme. I got these little boxes from the Dollar Tree, and I just wanted to try it out and see if it would work. And I even got these pots from the Dollar Tree, and the Expert Garden organic soil. It's actually garden soil, but I've always used it for my pots. It's like $4.97 at Walmart. It's the cheapest organic soil that I've been able to find. I use that in my pots too, you guys. I know I am not doing things the right way, but I'm doing what I can do. You guys, I know this video was kind of short, but and not super detailed, but I just want to kind of share with you where I am starting at this growing season. I did share a video maybe a month ago about you know, where I was starting some seeds on the inside, and now I'm just beginning the transplanting process. I still have to transplant my tomatoes and peppers, but we've been having cold weather, so I'm trying to hold off. This was the end of March here where I was doing these transplants and sowing, and now it is April 6th. But you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell so that you know when I post another video. Leave me a comment below letting me know what your homemaking garden is going to look like this year. You guys, God bless you and take care. Bye.